Hello, this is Brad Devison from Falling Cats Consulting. Thanks for turning up again. This is a two-part series about exploring your personal unfair advantage. In the first episode, we went into what an unfair advantage is, why you should care, and an initial look at yourself in terms of your innate talents and personality. In this episode, we'll get into some more details, again using my past as an example. But wait, I hear you say, isn't unfair, well, unfair? In the real world, not everyone wins a prize, unfortunately. If you're going for your dream job, or a part in a play, or a band you want to join, you want to come first, not second. So everything that you can do that is ethical to get there, why not go for it? It's fairly obvious that some advantages you have or can get are from study, from school to college and ongoing professional learning. What's not so obvious is that these environments also allow you to meet people outside your normal circle. But why is that important? Oh, yeah, this is me about 17. But why am I showing you this? Here's the story. I wanted to be in a band because it was cool, so I needed to learn the guitar. My English teacher gave lessons, so off I went. After a few months, he said, Brad, just start a band. So I asked around and came up with a singer, bass player, and a drummer. Point one is that these people were not necessarily mates at the time, and indeed there was some churn, but one of my oldest friends is still that first drummer. So putting yourself outside your norm means you meet new and different people. Fast forward a few bands later. We thought we were quite good, but no one knew about us. So someone had to go out and get us some gigs. Well, that someone was me, my first sales job. I'd find out which pubs had live music, find out the name of the booking person, make time to meet, drop in with a few photos of the band and a demo tape, and ask for a trial gig. This salubrious establishment is the Cartoon in Croydon, London, where we got some regular gigs. So the point is, learning guitar pushed me into the unknown waters of sales, but I could have never guessed that in the beginning. It's also worth pointing out that selling something you believe in isn't so bad. Fast forward a few more bands and a move back to Australia later, and the music scene just wasn't paying the bills, although it was still fun. A guitarist friend back in the UK kept telling me I should get into computer programming because it was the future. I told him to stop being boring. Embarrassingly, I finally took his advice and took to coding like a duck to water. This horror on the screen is a programming language called COBOL. 2 points. Music led to musician friends that led to successful but unexpected career change. Secondly, sometimes you just have to try something different. I had no idea whether this would work, as it was totally new, but I had nothing much to lose either. I worked as a programmer for about 4 years. During that time, I changed programming languages at least 3 or 4 times. I also went out to chat to customers, then potential customers, as that seemed to be useful for the business. Finally, I decided to start my own business. Hey, how hard could that be? But where did I get the confidence to do that? Some of it was my parents, who had been mostly self-employed when I was a kid. Some of it was the experience of managing my bands, which meant I was okay at calling people and asking if they needed work. Some of it was confidence that my coding skills were good, and I was comfortable selling programming services already. The business went well. We used an early all-in-one tool called Paradox by Borland. It seemed logical to meet the Australian Borland team, and as part of that effort, I joined their user club. Presenting new stuff seemed easy because once you've sung in front of a room of drunk strangers, presenting isn't that scary. That in turn meant that Borland trusted us with beta versions of their new products. So we've talked about learnt advantages. Let's look at earned advantages. This means being at the right place at the right time, stepping forward and grabbing a chance, plus some serious work over a period of time. But at the end, you become the go-to person for that thing. Borland gave us referrals for training and coding work because of the reputation we had earned. So, what niche can you become the go-to person for? Think about it. Thanks for listening. I hope it's been helpful. Let me leave you with one final thought. If you're interested in someone, they'll probably be interested in you. So, be a good listener. Hey, it's a secret sauce. Cheers.